By the time you see this, it could be that Newcastle have fired Steve Bruce. In fact, it's probably likely. He really is a dead man walking after Mike Ashley sold the club last week to that controversial Saudi Arabian wealth fund. After all, the fans connect him to the despised Ashley. The new owners refuse to back him, really refuse to back him. And oh yeah, the Magpies are still winless on the season and are mired deep in the relegation zone after that crazy 3-2 loss to Spurs on the weekend. It's all really a bit unfair, as Bruce has actually done a pretty decent job keeping the team around the mid-table each season after promotion. And it's also, it means nothing I know, but he's also a thoroughly decent human being. That means nothing in pro sports, sadly. So, who's next? Where do you lay that wager? Well, currently Frank Lampard is the bookies' favourite for the job at plus 600, just above Paulo Fonseca and Lucien Favre. All three men are also free agents, which makes them nice and attainable. But as we love to speculate, money won't be an issue for the new owners, who are the richest owners in the game, apparently. So, perhaps Steven Gerrard, who is currently under contract at Glasgow Rangers, would be worth a look. He wouldn't be cheap, but as I mentioned, ching ching. He is considered by some as the joint favourite with Lampard, but, and it's a big but, he has a nice gig in Glasgow, defending champions, and we all know he'll replace Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool in a couple of years' time. So I don't see Stevie G circling St James's Park. One man to keep a big eye on, though, is someone who fears nothing, would not care about any bad optics. His former Juventus, Chelsea, and Inter Milan coach Antonio Conte. Wherever he goes, he wins and then falls out with his players or ownership and leaves in a big huff. Now, he might be the perfect fit, but it's probably a bit too high profile for Newcastle at this point, with Manchester United maybe thinking that he could be a good fit there when they fire Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That's why he's at plus 2,000. The bookies, though, are confident he won't become a Geordie right now, but still, there's some pretty juicy odds, aren't they? As money does talk. It's going to be a really fun week on Tyneside. Not maybe for Steve Bruce, as I don't think there's any chance he'll be there by the weekend, and a trip to Crystal Palace.